All right, so today I just got done putting together my new Geobin compost bin. This is my first year putting together and composting my own stuff. So I'm really hopeful that everything will turn out exactly how I want it to. After looking on Amazon for a bunch of different types of composters, I did decide that this type was the probably the best for me. It's probably going to be really easy for me to maintain and to get some good quality compost out of it. So what I've done is taken it, opened it up, and I've actually already filled it. The only thing that I have to do a little bit later on today is to go ahead and put some water in there. But I want you to go ahead and take a look and see what we have. All right, so I do apologize because the sun is, well, I'm not going to apologize for bright sun, but I do apologize because it's going to be kind of hard to see what we have going on in here. But I have some leaves that I've raked up from last fall. So they were all over my ground, and I've started raking those up and pulling those towards the compost bin. Obviously, you can see that there's lots of leaves still left for me to put in. So as this begins to knock down a little bit, we will be adding more to this. Also in here, you can't see it, it's in between two layers of leaves, but also in here I do have some chicken manure from my chickens. And the other thing that I have, and I need to take this tape off of this box and get all of the tape materials out. But the other thing that I do have is some cardboard, because they did recommend putting cardboard in there. Like I said, the tape is not compostable, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we get that out. But I did add, if you can see those little granules there, some compost starter. And so not really knowing what I'm doing and just trying to experiment with this whole thing, I thought it was important to go ahead and give myself a compost starter. I also have like a little mini bin in my kitchen, so I will be what scraps that I don't send to my chickens, because my chickens get a lot of my vegetable scraps, but anything that I choose not to give to them, I will go ahead and put it in the compost bin in the house, and then go ahead and get that out here so that it can start composting as well. I have a feeling once this one starts getting warm and starts doing its magic, that I will have to, sorry for the wobble here, I'm trying to get this tape off, but I have a feeling that once this compost bin starts to really doing what it needs to do, that I'm gonna need a second bin. So I will keep you guys posted on that, just because you know, you want the one bin, from what I've read, you want the one bin working and doing its magic, and kind of, you know, leaving it be, other than to turn it every now and then, and then you can go ahead and put some other stuff in there. One thing that I did not mention that I am going to be adding to this compost bin are some of the vegetables that I kind of left in my garden last year. So these are some heads of cabbage that I will go ahead and throw in there, as well as like some tomato stems and stuff like that, you know, like I said, I will go ahead and put those in there so they can start composting as well. Hopefully I don't get little tomato plants out of that. I've been known to get tomato plants up where my chickens are, because I give them some tomatoes out of the garden. But I'm getting really excited about being able to plant all of this stuff. One thing that I will say is that in our yard, so right now we have 6 beds just across the backyard, but we are this year expanding our garden, and as you can see, we did our call before you dig, and we have a lot of underground cables. So with that being in mind, I will not be able to do an in-ground garden. So I will be restricted to raised beds. Same thing over there. But we are going to expand our garden. So from where I'm standing right here, all the way back, will be my garden space. And so I'll be putting in some beds. I've measured it out, and actually it wasn't this. No, it's this one. Sorry, my bad. So from here back is my garden space. So I will be adding beds to this space, and I've already measured it, and it is 52 feet across and 25 feet deep. So I will have some significant sized beds. I will not be adding all of those at one time, just because it is very cost prohibitive to try to not only build but fill that many beds. So I am going to plan to do a bed that goes along this fence line and across, and then there's going to be a little walkway, and then on the other side of the walkway there will be some more, and then one along that fence line. And those are the ones that I'm going to start with, and then you know, I'll do some other stuff here in this middle spot, because I will have a whole lot of space to be able to do some other stuff, just not put in some big old beds for those right now, just because I'm not trying to break the bank as much as I want to do all of that at one time. I want to be a good steward over my finances, and that does include doing this a little bit at a time. So I will be adding some more stuff to my garden, and I look forward to sharing all of that with you guys. Here's my chickens. My chickens are out. There are 4 of them. There used to be 8, but we had kind of a rough winter. We had some girls bullying each other, and then also we've had we lost one to illness. So like I said, we do have 4 chickens now. I do think we're going to be adding to our flock here in the next couple of days or weeks. And then I've got some barrels here that I will be turning into rain barrels. So I want to, again, just kind of be a good steward of what's been given to me. And so we'll have all of this rain, and I want to use the rain, the water that comes down, and use that for my garden for the most part, and then supplement that as needed with city water. So lots of things going on this year, lots of fun stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Look forward to sharing it with you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.